Grand Rising Elizabeth. Today it is Friday. It is the 22nd of August and in the year of 2025. And we are alive in 25. Yay, 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 yay. I'm just excited. This is the Passion and Purpose show. And I am here with I'm Queen Aduni, and my co-host is Lolly Mariah Tolbert, with the beautiful smile. Now she got a smile. You want to greet the people, Lolly?
Sure. Grand Risings, everyone who is presently here and who will watch this a little later. I'm excited for today. It's a wonderful Friday, and this is August. Okay, no. Okay, fall doesn't start till September 21st. So we still got a month left before that.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
but we're starting to get into some changes, and I'm just excited to see how we grow even in the midst of these changes in life, and I'm excited to see what we talk about today.
Yeah, Lolly, when you were just saying about like the weather changing and stuff, and it's like the same thing happens. There's a springtime in our life, in our bodies, in our thinking. It's like people fall in love and stuff in the springtime, and in the winter, you want to have that love so you can cuddle up. You want to do that so you can do this, and it's so is the evolution of life. It's in all areas, in all aspects of life. That being said, I would love to share a video of it's called Grandma's something, but Grandma goes viral. No, mother something. Anyway, I want you to enjoy.
I just want to say that today and tomorrow is the black moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
So
said
what
it
does that mean? What happens?
I don't know. But it's, I guess one of those special times. I have to look it up. But I just was looking at Facebook and it had a beautiful picture of, and it said, 22nd and 23rd black moon.
Lolly, can you look that up? Wow.
Yes, I looked that up while we watched the video.
Share video. All right.
Came to me and said, Wilma, will you be my zip line partner? Now, I didn't know what zip lining was. And I'm like everybody else, I didn't ask her, but I trust her. And because I trust her, I said yes. Another friend came right after her and said, Wilma, will you be my zip line partner? And I said, I just told Lucretia I'll be her zip line partner. She said, I know God told me to ask you. I said, well, why God want me to go zip line? And I still asked nobody. But I went outside, and the young man was getting ready to give us instructions for going zip lining. And when I looked up, over all those trees, nothing but a rope, I thought at 83 something got to be wrong with you. And I raised my hand and I said, I think I've changed my mind. The young man said this to me, no, mommy. We are going to strap you in. I want want you to reach your hands above your head and grab the rope. He said, and no matter what you feel, as you're going, hold on and don't let go. Because we're going to get you where you need to be. That's my word of wisdom tonight. Hold on. Don't let go. Because God's going to get us where we need to go. And I'm going to.
Wow.
That is.
I didn't know if you had an opportunity to read what was on the other side, on the side of writing, because I hadn't read the writing. I had just, I think I found that on, on the little shorts, little short stories or whatever. And so I didn't see this, what was on the other side, but it was just talking about the wisdom of the elders and stuff when that's the mother, and, elder, male or female, of anything, not just the church, but anything in life, right? And the wisdom just, because life. I know things because I'm 73, almost 73 years old. Boy, I'm pushing it. I'm rushing it. It's like what? I'm 72. So, and Lolly, your age, when you know a lot more than when you was 18. You know.
Don't I? Man. Oh.
When you're just thinking back on the foolishness, yet the wisdom of that young girl, of the different ages and stages that we go through. Mother said, because you say yes so many times and you really don't know what's involved, but you just trust the person. You know what I mean? You just trust the person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So y'all have any comments on that one?
Well, my first comment is that I grew up in the Kojic church. So it was very nostalgic to watch that.
Yes.
Everybody in their suits and suited down and booted down, and probably
Yes.
hot and been sitting there for 3 hours.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it was moments like that definitely kept people's spirits lifted. And so yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about what she said because it is what it is, you just hold on.
Right.
And really though, like in a more, I guess, universal way of explaining it, it's just trusting the law, trusting that the universe is working in a way that you may not understand entirely what it is, where it's going. Sometimes you're like, I'm about to fall off.
Right.
But you just got to keep on going, keep on moving, keep pushing. And eventually you're going to get to whatever destination you're going to get at. You might be a little winded. You might have a little PTSD. But you're going to get there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Mama Evelyn, you got anything else to say?
I don't know. Just the thought of zip line. I don't know. I'm not too keen on heights, but
Yeah.
with God, everything's possible.
Yeah.
You just never know, because this week has been a lesson in faith and just, the pockets look empty.
Mm-hmm. Hi, baby.
Pumpkin. Hi, honey. Like, Marvin, with them dimples. Boo boo.
No.
Boo boo.
Where does
Hey.
she get the dimples from? You got dimples?
No, not really. I think
Okay.
she got that from her dad.
Hey, baby.
Yes. Hi. Good evening.
Audience, whoever's watching this later.
Yes.
This 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 is
Evening.
Mariah and Destiny, and she is being trained to take over the show in her own young way, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. What when she said back to the mother, she had two people call, two people came and asked her, right? And then she said, wait a minute. Now I just promised her. And she said, and you, and then she said, I know the Lord told me to come and ask you. And she said, what what is about this zip line, Lord, that you got two people coming and asking me, and one is saying that the Lord told her to come and ask. What was your thinking about that, and how does that show up in your life? Where in your mind, I'm gonna flip it maybe. Um, well, let's take it from there. Where something's happening, somebody's telling you what the Lord told you, but he hasn't told you that. How do you handle those things? Did that make sense?
No,
Someone
you think
comes and
somebody
tells
told you.
you, the Lord told me to blah 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 on to tell you this or whatever, and
Mhm,
but has not spoken anything like that to you,
mhm,
and maybe whether you trust this person, know this person, or you trust them wholeheartedly. Okay.
mhm,
But how do you handle that when somebody comes and that's something like she said, one asked her, the next one asked her and said, the Lord told me to come and ask you. And then she said, you know, he hadn't spoke to you. The Lord had told me, what is this about?
mhm.
Grand Rising, Madam Finance.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Is this being recorded?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
go ahead. So Lolly or Evelyn?
Oh, I was just thinking, that has happened to me. Somebody walked up to me and said, "Was it Lord told me to tell you?" And I guess at the time I was skeptical because I was younger when that happened, and it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. And I just okay, I just
Okay.
accept.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I wasn't listening, and probably I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
You said,
was.
now that I think about it.
I realized when I was younger, my spiritual game was like hit and miss. Because, last night we were talking and I was saying, that we were talking about, having God up on the shelf. And we
Mhm.
only bring him down when it's
You
really,
need it.
it's really bad. Oh God, we got to, instead of having him down on the floor all the time.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's not a sometime God. He's a all the time God. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
it's funny when I said because when it came to madness, I said, "Yeah, I've been putting God up on the shelf until I really, really need him." Trying to figure things out myself. No, no, no.
Yeah. Then
Oh,
you're ready to negotiate when it's like the
yes,
back of, well, if you do this, I'll do this. I will do it. I do it. Yeah. Yeah. And then still be struggling afterwards.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How about Lakeisha, what we're talking about, there was a lady that was um oh, you know what? Y'all gotta Are you gonna be driving for a second, for a moment?
Yeah, yes, but I'm hearing you all through my radio, so I can talk without holding my.
Okay, because I want you to see this in order to it's just like a 3 minute in
Okay.
order to so that you can comment. Lolly, did you have something in particular for today, boo?
No, but I do have a response, another response to this the video.
Okay, good.
What
Let me
you shared
let me
with
play
Frank.
it so she can
Okay.
know what we were talking about. And un velo mate se comande, pero se I gotta get it back. Meanwhile, here it is. Okay, here we go. Grand Rising Sharonda. Here we go. So this is a church mother goes viral, but listen to what she's saying. Powerful.
About 5 years ago, I was 80 something. I'm not going to tell you how many 80s. I don't want you telling it either. But a friend of mine came to me and said, Wilma, will you be my zip line partner? Now, I didn't know what zip lining was. And I'm like everybody else, I didn't ask her, but I trust her. And because I trust her, I said yes. Another friend came right after her and said, Wilma, will you be my zip line partner? And I said, I just told Lucretia I'll be her zip line partner. She said, I know God told me to ask you. I said, well, why God want me to go zip line? And I still asked nobody. But I went outside, and the young man was getting ready to give us instructions for going zip lining. And when I looked up, over all those trees, nothing but a rope. I thought at 83 something got to be wrong with you. And I raised my hand and I said, you know, I think I've changed my mind. The young man said this to me, no, mommy. We are going to strap you in. I want you to reach your hands above your head and grab the rope. He said, and no matter what you feel, as you're going, hold on and don't let go. Because we're going to get you where you need to be. That's my word of wisdom tonight. Hold on. Don't let go. Because God's going to get us where we need to go. And I'm going to sit down. I was in Jamaica.
To uplift Americans on Medicare, his first Divine Act gifts Medicare Americans a major new spending card with a massive benefit. Remember the stimulus checks? Well, there is a new thing like that going.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mind went somewhere else. So yeah, Yeah, but I mean, we were just talking about how she was that one part, and we can talk about any part that hits you, but that one part where she said one girl asked her, the other girl came and said, but I know God told me to come and tell you this. And then she says, why God want me to go, whatever that thing is. So the question is, have you in your life, can you think of a time when someone's come and told you something and it did not, it's like, wait, where did that come from? It may not be negative, but it's like, where did that come from? That's not like this man. He was prophesying to me and he told me God was going to bless me with a pink car. I said, see, that was all. That's one of those I put on the shelf. So, God, no, I don't want no pink car, the Mary Kay cars and stuff. So it's like that kind of thing, or even some things that were somebody's telling you about who you are and how they see you. And I've had to tell sometimes that is not me. That and I don't even say you're incorrect. I just say that's not accurate. That is not who I am. And then they may keep on and they say something else, and I say, now that's me. I can get with that. So, Lolly, you wanted to share, and about anything else that you got from that video.
Okay. Baby's cutting up a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, no. All right, we're on camera.
We see you, boo.
Okay, so um, what was I saying? I got as it relates to our purpose and our passion.
Hmm.
I think a lot of times there are moments when we are called into something, into a act of service, to a business, whatever it is. Girl, please.
We
They're
don't hear
called
her.
into something, and it might literally look like someone being like, "Hey, can you do this with me?" But it also could just be like you might hear like, I need to do this. Like there's something in my spirit that tells me I just need to do this. And you hear it a couple times and you're like, but what? Like, why me? What am I doing? What am I talking about? And then you get started into it and you just, it's like, whoa, I did not know that this was it. But it's clearly meant for your life to zip line into that passion or purpose. And so it's easy to, for a lot of times, we ignore the call, as people
Hmm.
say,
Hmm.
and we could just turn away. We never zip line, but then you never get that experience. You never impact anybody else. And then something else that stood out to me is thinking about like having a zip line partner. It's like there's people who are going to be working with you during this time, and
Yeah.
so sometimes like there's like God-given people just in your life to be there during this journey of movement, of change, of transition. And so yeah, that it's a lot. I feel like you could dissect this in so many different ways, but yeah, that's the additional stuff that I was getting out of it as I was thinking a little bit more.
Hmm. Hmm. Anyone else want to share?
Well,
Yeah. Oh,
I was reminded of when I was getting my license renewed, and I was actually going to the Secretary of State's right up here on Mac, but I lived where I lived over on Forest. So I remember I took the bus and and that's when the Secretary of State's office opened at 7 in the morning. So I was standing there and I was reading a book. I think I was reading a book on witchcraft. And this young man decided he was going to have a conversation with me about that. And I said, I don't subscribe to any one thought. I'm just exploring. And, he just thought it was his job to like steer me in the right direction. And I was like, so very resistant to that sort of advice, like I'm just exploring. And I remember Sheena had some books. I had bought her the books because she was exploring her, her religious beliefs. She had went to church with my dad and stuff like that. And I remember her other grandmother, her dad's mother, like went into her book bag and like took the books and like accused her of trying to do some sort of hoodoo on Michael and his new wife. And she done called me and I'm like, what? And she got on the phone and you let her read this. I said, I bought it for her. She didn't come at me too much sideways because yeah, I wasn't a young chick that had Michael's baby. I was older and it was like, no, you don't come at me like that. But yeah, it was funny. I said she was just exploring. You just checking things out. You have to give them a chance to do that.
Yeah, and then you can have a conversation.
Yeah.
About that, so what'd you get out of that and stuff, versus just no, you can't, because then there creates the excitement and the what is it about that,
I was the rebellious child. You told me no, and there's not a real reason why. Okay, now I gotta see.
Oh gosh, my granddaughter, she's in the Y now, right now. She's 7.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Can I go outside? No. Why? Can I do this? Can we paint? I want to paint. No. Why? 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 Yeah. Got it. Okay. There we go. All right.
So I have a comment.
Yes, dear.
So a lot of times I feel like everything happens for a reason. Everything. The conversations that you have, people approaching you, like I feel like everyone should be open. Okay, be open to receive what happens, because one thing about it, God works through people, right? And a lot of times how we perceive or how we want things to happen, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen. Not saying it's not going to happen. It's just not the way you envisioned it to happen. So when the guy said to you, I'm about to get you about to get a pink car, you instantly was like, oh no, not me. But you don't know. You instant resisted.
Right. I was just thinking about that when you started talking about that. I said, God knows that's the color I like or whatever, but that might have been a relationship into that whoever that had the pink car, I needed to meet that person. Wasn't even about the pink.
And it might not be about, and then how you know you never had a pink car before? It could have been you went about pink. It could have been amazing inside. The features might have been amazing, but you focus on, I don't know, pink ain't my,
I blocked it. Right, I blocked it.
Yes. And so it reminded me of, I can't remember the exact story. I think it was 2 different stories and how people were asking God for what it is that they wanted, right? I think the guy was in a boat or something in the water, and then somebody came like, oh no, I'm waiting on God or something. Then he sent somebody else, and then he wouldn't accept it.
Right.
And then he drowned. And then he said, God, why didn't you help me? Look, I sent this person. This person. Then I sent it, you know what I mean? Because
I sent the pink Cadillac.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like, we have to be more aware, more open, because, God does work through people. And 9 times out of 10, when God want to bless you, he send you someone. Like he always sends someone to the rescue. Like every time he send you someone.
Mhm.
So, I feel like that, is to be open. That's what I got out of that when you were talking. And I just like how she said, got to hold on. Like, you got to believe. You got to
No matter
believe.
what happens, yeah.
You
No
got to
matter.
believe. And somebody recently, had challenged me about what's the difference between knowing and
You
believing.
believe it. Yeah.
I said, what, knowing that, it's pretty much the same. She said, no, it's not.
Mm-mm.
Knowing, let me give you an example. Do you know that you're a woman, or do you believe you're a woman?
Right.
Do you know you're a woman, or you believe you're a woman? No,
Hmm.
I know that I know that I know that I'm a woman. She used that. So that was kind of different, a different perspective of knowing when you're talking to God that you know that you know that you know that this is gonna happen. Yeah. So I just
Right.
wanted to talk about that.
Yeah. Thanks for she. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
And as many times as we, well, maybe about 3 times I've talked and shared that, but this time I got a breakthrough on that about you don't know how God is going to show up and what that little bitty thing that um, how it can turn into something massive. Like you don't have to have, I know, Lolly understands this about having only 1 or 2 people in the crowd, but you got to sing to them like you and perform as though it's a million people out there. Otherwise, you shorted them and you shorted yourself. So thank you. Thank you.
I
You
just
never know. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Lolly.
I mean, okay, on the same topic, but like I literally just had a breakthrough moment
Yeah.
because you're talking about how like God positions people and sends somebody and like how you never know how things work out and you got to just hold on all these things, right? So I'm gonna start by saying because I'm so excited and I have to say it, my baby just got into a Head Start program, which means she has care that I don't have to pay for, which I'm so grateful.
Yes.
But let me tell you how that happened though.
Hmm.
I was doing my little summer program that I was working, and afterwards, it was hot. I really wanted an icy from White Castle. I wanted an icy from White Castle so bad. So before I picked her up, I went to go get that icy from White Castle. And of course, I waited in that long line because White Castle always got a long line. And they tell me that their icy machine is broken. So I'm like, you know what? I still want something cold.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. I had my sister's car at the time. So my sister's out of town. She let me borrow her car, mind you. So this is everything is aligning. Anyway, I go pick up my baby from my mom's house, and I'm like, okay, well, I still want something cold, something sweet. So I'm gonna go to the one ice cream place that I know has vegan ice cream, and I gotta get this because I couldn't get my icy. I gotta get this ice cream. So me and baby, we drive to Redford and go to the ice cream place, and we go get our ice cream. And I'm waiting in line, and another girl I know who's a singer, she sees me. Well, her mom sees me first. I didn't know that was her mom. And her mom was one of the directors for a Head Start program. So she's asking me all these questions and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, like, yeah, this is important because I don't know, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to figure things out and I don't really know where to put her, all these things. And so then after clearly it's been some weeks and weeks because that was probably in early July. So it's been some time and I've just been on it and following up and emailing and doing as much as possible just to make sure it happens. So all of that to say, then I just got a call because I was on a wait list and everything. And then I just got the call saying that if I could come in at 2 for orientation because she got accepted in the program, I'm gonna cry.
Yes. Hallelujah moment. Yes. Yes. God is good. God is good and faithful. And like she was saying, God told her, just hold on, just no matter what, just hold on. And the rest of that song is what? To God's unchanging hand. I'll never leave you. I will never forsake you. I got you. That's how, when we first started the show, and there was a moment, and God said, I got you. I got you. So when times come, I have to remember God said, I got you. Remember, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
That's right. And you're not supposed to worry about nothing. Like if you worrying, then you out of line. You are out of alignment because God didn't place us here for fear. He didn't place us here for worrying. Like I don't care what your bank account look like. It don't matter. Don't worry about nothing and just trust that
Yeah.
everything is in divine order. You got to know that you know that you know that everything is in divine order.
Yeah.
No matter what it looks like. You got to know that you know that you know that everything always works out for you, no matter what. And you got to know that no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, that you're going to be okay.
Yeah. I
You're going to
say,
be all right no matter what the
no matter
circumstances is.
what shows up, no
You're going to be
matter.
you're going to be okay. No matter. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And I remember when I used to really know that I know that I know. And I don't know where I kind of lost that, but I knew no matter what. And then that's me walking in my authority. That's me being confident.
Yeah.
That's me able to manifest all the things that I want. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm working on, getting back to knowing that I know that I know that everything works out for Lakeisha LeGrand.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that everything is in divine order.
Right.
Yes,
And then when
we
you
have
look
to
back
know
at
that
your life,
position.
you see that it always worked out. It always, always. And when we talk about people who are in devastating situations in countries and stuff like that, it's like still that's what they know when they wake up, they know what they got to deal with. And they, you know, they know what they've got to deal
Yes,
with. And it's still God comes through. And what y'all know, I'm kind of stuck on this, and I probably will be the rest of my life. But all that we as a people have gone through, and to see what's happening now, and how we as a people are rising, and our hearts, those who have had, hardness. When I just think about them, that country, and when you hear what they have gone through, mothers watching their children die, and it was all there all along, but they didn't know that, right? And then when God is ready to uncover that, He has done so much work in the darkness, in the darkness. When you look at Ibrahim, all that work was being done, and it was done in a short amount of time, 2, 3 years. But they've been planning, and that's when we got to listen to God. And those things that hasn't come forth that you've been thinking about for 20 years, or it like it ain't over. It ain't over. So like when Lakeisha is sharing the millionaires and their background, and in particular Colonel Sanders, yes, Sanders, at 50 something, is just like, okay, next, what's next in my life? Because you don't know how long you're going to be here. And even if it's just a moment, it may be just like when oh, what is his name? Moses had to turn things over so they could go into Canaan land. You know what I mean? Then it's got to take you so far. That's okay. You're complete, and then the next person takes it, the next person, or next generation, or the next my partner, who I would never. I'm not talking about right now, right? But a person who come into your life, and you've been wanting all your children to take over, and here this homeless person walks in, and they're the ones. So we just like have to know, like Lakeisha, what you say. We just know, we know, we know. And the proof is there. The proof is there because we are here. And the way
Mhm.
we're here right now is what we created so that we'll be right here right now. And we still can keep going on. I had written down for us to talk about what would your older self thank you for today? That what decision are you making now that 20 years, 10 years, 5 years? She'll say, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. That was a good decision, you know. And then we can also ask the same, what would she be a little pissed off at you about that you didn't take care of? You know, don't stay there though. Then what you do about that, you know. It wasn't my plan to have a baby. Wasn't my plan to have fame. I don't know all y'all who planned your pregnancies, but once it happens, it's like you just that was another a direction, and he's supposed to, they're supposed to, he had twins, walk with you and help you to experience and iron sharpen iron, because the babies are going to bring out a whole different thing in you. You'll see how much patience you have. And wait till you get 70 something, you got grands, and you're like, oh God, I don't know. What time you say you're coming back? What time you picking them up? So anyway, I just wanted to share that. It's 9:56. Um, and what's going on this weekend? Hug Detroit. Yeah, hug Detroit. So, Madam Finance, you're not gonna be a vendor? Not gonna do no vending?
Yes, I had booked something like a while back. So every year, one of my
Oh, I
girlfriends
think, yeah.
have this has this huge event on Saturday. So tomorrow I will be vending. But the event, yours is on Sunday, right? Hug
Sunday.
Detroit is on
Mhm.
Sunday. So I will be there.
Okay, well, are you vending or you just
Uh,
coming?
Probably not. Probably just gone.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to think about it because I need to have some help. So 2 days in a row, and I need to be
Yeah, that,
studying.
yeah.
Yeah, so I may not.
No, don't just come.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just come. You've had last weekend was really full for you. And
Yeah,
if you're doing something tomorrow, because you got a lot of stuff.
yeah. I wouldn't be bringing all of that and doing it by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. All right, Lolly, come on. You got 2 minutes. Talk and take us out.
All right, well,
Oh, she's talking.
right. If excuse me, ma'am, you gonna cut up as soon as I start. You gonna tell the people? Hold on. Hold on. But I think today was just actual proof of what happens when you hold on, even when you don't exactly know what's going on, why this person is in your life, why they asked you what's happening. Just continue to hold on and know that you're on the right path. Hang on to that zip line and don't let go.
Don't look back. Don't dig down. Yeah.
So yes. With that being said, if y'all are prepared, in a minute we're gonna give ourselves a hug. But think about where in your life that you need to walk in your purpose and you might be a little fearful, you might be a little nervous, you might be a little anxious. Just know that there are people here around you. There are you angels around you, the ancestors around you, whatever you want to believe, there is support for you into this next step.
I
There is
say.
support there. And it might not look exactly what you thought it would look like, but trust and believe you're gonna make it.
Uh-huh.
So,
Shay.
baby girl,
You're trying to get to the goodies.
Right. I'm like, no, her teeth are growing and she just bit me today. And I was like, oh no, we are going to have to rearrange some things. But anyway, with that being said, why are you doing that? Give yourself a
Wait,
hug.
wait, 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 wait.
Oh,
Before you do that, when
yeah,
you said she bit you, you
yeah.
didn't see it, but she smiled.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Oh, my baby, she's growing up so fast.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, tell them. Say, give yourself a hug. Say hug. And then give the world a hug because your support system is in that world too. So give the world a hug. And then sprinkle patience and love and reassurance and all of the things you need to keep pushing on.
Yes. And
Hope y'all
no.
have a wonderful day and weekend. And
I
now
should.
you want to smile. Okay.
Peace out. I got it.